Have you noticed that things that used to make you happy just don't anymore? Maybe laughter feels harder or excitement fades faster. That emotional flatness is really common in the menopause. And today I'm going to talk about why it happens and how to bring some joy back. So feeling emotionally flat is real. So this is not something that's in your head. It's very common, and many women notice just a dulling of emotions. So nothing has changed in your life, but you just don't feel the same about anything. So you're not broken, it's not laziness, it's just the fact that all these hormonal changes are taking toll of your body and your mind. So the experiences you can feel, it can be just lack of enjoyment. The things that you used to love and enjoy just don't do anything for you these days. They're almost like, oh, I can't be bothered to do that anymore because I just don't feel anything anymore. It could be emotional numbness. You're just totally numb to everything, and you can feel quite disconnected here, disconnected to other people around you because you don't understand why they feel happy about something that you just can't see, or you can feel really disconnected from yourself as well. It could be loss of motivation or concentration. You just can't be bothered to do anything, and if you do something, you maybe just give up halfway through because you can't be bothered to do it anymore. And you can also experience low mood and anxiety. So why are these happening? What's going on here? So there's several, and yes, the hormones play a big part. So as your estrogen and progesterone starts to drop in the perimenopause and menopause, this can be a big factor. So our hormones are not just to do with our monthly cycle, because especially things like estrogen plays a big part in controlling the levels of serotonin and dopamine in the brain. And these are critical for helping us to stay happy, for moderating our emotions, and also stabilizing our emotional resilience. So when these drop, then all the emotions can seem just completely muted. We've also got oxytocin, and oxytocin is our sort of love or connecting hormone. It's what connects us to other people. It's what makes us feel positive emotions towards other people. So when this drops, you may find that you're not connecting to other people. You can't be bothered to go out with friends. You may even start to lose emotional connection with your partner and close family. So it can be sleep disturbances as well. And we know that poor sleep has so many ramifications in the perimenopause and menopause. And if you get one night's bad sleep, that is really going to sort of suck your emotions dry. And if you're getting lots of bad nights, it's just a total continuation. It can be overwhelm and just feeling burnt out. And this again is such a common one. So if you think about it, we're approaching midlife. All these hormonal changes are taking toll of us physically. We've then got maybe teenagers still at home. You've got work. You're maybe looking after elderly parents, or you've got other commitments. So your time and energy is being drained, and you don't actually have time just to sort of deal with your own emotional feelings. It can be mental health too, and we know again in the perimenopause and menopause that the hormones itself can end up causing low mood, anxiety, and depression. But there is help at hand. Now, the good news is that this is very often just one of the phases. So it's something that you go through for a certain length of time, and then suddenly everything eases and you can feel okay again. But rather than sitting it out, there's so many things that you can do to help yourself. So we're looking at lifestyle. Exercise is so important for our emotional and physical well-being. Diet too, because of the physical changes, our nutritional needs go up. So we always say just make sure that you're getting a wholesome diet, plenty of good protein, vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and your healthy fats as well. Hydration. We know that dehydration can really quickly affect the mood and pull you down as well. So remember the water. We can look at mindfulness and emotional support. One of the things that I certainly noticed for me was that I lost the color out of my life, if you can understand that. Everything was just sort of a shade of grey. And I also found that a lot of my senses just disappeared. I didn't connect with my senses. So some of the little exercises that you can do on a daily basis, and I just love these. One of them is pick a color every day and just see all the things that are that color. And what that does is it pulls you in. Color has energy as well, and it can really pull you in, and you're engaging in your sight, which is one of your senses. So instead of letting the world pass you by, you're actually stepping into it. Engage in the other senses as well. So it could be something like your morning cup of coffee, but you're so busy you drink it and you don't notice it's there. So take time, just these tiny little things that can take a few minutes. Savor that cup of coffee, smell it, taste it, really enjoy it. The same goes for hearing as well. You know, I'm lucky that I have a garden and there's lots of birds. So first thing in the morning, even when it's dark here just now, I can hear the birds singing when I'm in my kitchen, and I just stop for a minute, and that brings me that little bit of joy. So these little exercises are just going to take you out of yourself for a few minutes a day, and that can really lift you up. The other thing you can do is journaling, you know, something like a gratitude list, just maybe 4 or 5 things every single day. Don't overthink it. You know, I put down that I'm just grateful that I've got a tap and I can get water whenever I want it, or I've got a pen and I can write. But these little things, again, they can lift your mood quite dramatically. You can look at counselling groups or support groups. You could even set one up at your work if there's other women in the same situation as yourself. And that connecting with other people and realizing you're not alone can be such a really big boost. You can also look at herbs and supplement. Remember magnesium, great for just about everything. There is a herb called Hypericum, St. John's wort, which is lovely for low mood, but you can't take it with other prescribed medication, even HRT. The other ones that I recommend are called the flower essences. These are lovely. They come in little bottles. You can carry them around with you in your bag. And just whenever you're feeling really flat, you can put a few drops on the tongue. So we have mood essence, which is basically for low mood, or if your mood's going up and down. Relaxing essence. So this is if you're getting to the point of burnout and you don't have time for yourself, or even emotional essence, just for those emotional feelings on a daily basis. So these can be really lovely and a nice support. The one thing here that's really important though, when do you seek support or help? If this goes on, if this you realize it's not becoming a phase anymore, if you're getting to the point where you don't want to get up in the morning, it's severely affecting your work, your day-to-day life, and just about everything, that's the point where you need to seek help. So maybe speak to your doctor, or get some counselling just to get a little bit of extra support. So I hope you found this one helpful. I know for me, just doing those little things on a daily basis made such a difference while I was in that particular phase. Please share your stories. Did this happen to you? What did you do to get out of it? What did you do to make yourself feel better? Remember to share your stories. I love reading about them. Have a lovely week, and I'll see you soon.